I want you to know that there's a real possibility that President Trump will revalue gold, which would give the US government billions, if not trillions of dollars. Now, the government could use that money to pay down the national debt, to start a sovereign wealth fund, or fund any or many of President Trump's programs. Now, before you say that sounds crazy, I want you to listen to this. So this gold revaluation, it's legal and it's been done before. And if it happens, of course, the price of gold would absolutely skyrocket. And I want to break this down for you. Okay, so what is gold revaluation? So I want to explain it to you like this. The US government holds 261 million troy ounces of gold. Okay, so how much is that gold worth? Well, it depends on who you ask, because the US Treasury officially values this gold at $42.22 an ounce. However, the real market price of gold right now is close to $3,000 an ounce. So based on the government's accounting, their gold is valued at around $11 billion because, again, they're valuing their gold at $42.22 per ounce, when in reality, the true value should look closer to this, closer to $784 billion. So gold revaluation is when the government revalues the gold that they're holding. Okay, so what happens if they do this revaluation? So you see how the value of the government's gold holdings went up by about $773 billion. So the US Treasury would issue a gold certificate to the Federal Reserve for $773 billion. And in exchange, the Federal Reserve would send the Treasury $773 billion. And that $773 billion that the Treasury receives would not be a loan. It doesn't add to the debt. It's money free and clear. But ultimately, this would be an accounting move, which would create billions, if not trillions of dollars out of thin air without raising taxes, without cutting spending, and without borrowing a single extra dollar. Now, I want you to know that in order for President Trump to do this, he'll need congressional approval. However, this has been done before.